Hello and welcome back to Take a Sip podcast. I'm Leche.
And I'm Tito.
It's been an eventful evening, I guess, today because freaking, here in Boston, it's been freaking snowing pretty much all day. Again, dude. So me and Tito are kind of pooped out a little bit right now because we were shoveling probably most of the afternoon right now. So
yeah,
just keep in mind that we probably are a little out of it right now because we're a little tired just in advance for this episode and shit.
Yeah.
So just keep, bear with us a little bit. But
even with that low energy, we have some pretty interesting stories that we're really happy and excited to talk about in a way.
No, of course. Yeah, there's some good news, honestly.
Yeah.
So some hype news, at least for our end and stuff, anime news.
Mm-hmm.
So, but starting off, dude, what are you drinking, dude?
I am drinking some Arizona, specifically the green tea with ginseng and honey.
Oh shit, dude!
That's pretty much the only Arizona I drink at this point.
And you know what's funny about that? I got also an Arizona, but a mango one.
Oh, dope.
That is not scripted, by the way.
No,
we did not 100%. Plan that out at all. So that is just coincidence, literally, at the finest for sure. So
yeah.
But let's start off with some banging news, Honestly, dude, this game has been hyped as fuck, dude. Reviews have been in, dude, and it's unanimous that everyone loves this game. And of course, we're talking about Elden Rings,
Yeah, Elden Rings. First off, obviously, it's another installment to the whole Dark Souls-esque type of series.
I feel like it's in the same universe.
Same universe. It kind of is. Not really the same universe, but it's the same style, the same fighting techniques and stuff, because
punishing type of game.
Exactly, very punishing, because it was the same thing with even Bloodborne. Bloodborne was his own thing, but it was a spin-off of the Dark Souls series, hence what this is.
So far the reviews and the gameplay has been so freaking great. IGN itself, which is they're not known to give out pretty good
positive reviews.
Yeah.
Well, not even that. They're very critical when it comes to these reviews. They're very
a little too critical sometimes.
Yeah.
Or a little giving sometimes as well.
Yeah.
For certain games, for sure.
For certain games, yes.
No, but this game for sure, it deserved the 10 out of 10 that it got from IGN, dude, for sure. And most reviewers and most other Game Informer and all that stuff gave it a 9.5. Other gaming reviews gave it 10 out of 10. Literally, exactly, dude. So far, everyone is saying that this game is banging.
Yeah.
Straight up. It's so good.
Not even just the game and story that it's going through, visually,
it is beautiful. It is
amazing. And it's like we said, it's Bloodborne-esque, Dark Souls-esque. So even the creatures are just creative in their own ways. From the bosses to the creatures you find free roaming in the world.
Mm-hmm.
And always, the different multi-class system that they have, depending on your play style, or if you're new, they have the basic all around type of character.
Mm-hmm.
Then to the more experienced player, they have the more different type of classes depending on your play style, whether it's more defensive, offensive, magical.
I was gonna say that there's no difficulty mode for this. It's literally just one difficulty. It's literally, this is a game to test yourself. 100%. All of those games like Bloodborne, the Dark Souls series and stuff like that. Even what is it called? Man, I'm trying to remember that Japanese one. This I forgot what it's called.
Japanese.
Man, I'll look it up afterwards. And but yeah, it's one of those games that's you have to it's more you fail a couple of times until you get it. You get me? Type of game. So it is open world that I've seen. It is very dynamic. that it's very vibrant and stuff like that. I mean, fuck, it almost falls into like the same like color and scheme of freaking what is it called of the new other game. What is it called? Horizon Zero Dawn and shit.
Horizon
So it like almost.
you're talking about Sekiro.
Sekiro, yes, there you go. That shit.
Yeah.
So it's pretty much like that. It's pretty much the same. I don't think it's the same developers, is it? Probably not. But no, it's still the same, like, you know, feel and like punishing gameplay, you know, type of thing. Mm-hmm. So
I mean, and even still then, like, this gets me more excited. Like, I get these types of games. Like, I'm more of one to watch, not really play it. But even still, like we mentioned a couple weeks ago, there's like another like Pinocchio type of game.
Oh yeah, the
Life of P. That's also going to be this type of game style, and I think I might dive into that one a little bit more, because I've always, like I've said, I'm a Disney fan, so figuring out the twist they put into like the whole Pinocchio story,
like the dark tale of it, pretty much.
Yeah, so. the like Grimm. What is it? The Brothers Grimm story.
The Brothers Grimm stories. Yeah.
Yeah. So seeing how they include that and make it into like this Dark Souls-esque style, I'm so excited for that one. But
like, this game gives me like Skyrim's meets fucking Dark Souls vibes for sure. Elden Ring.
Originally, when I heard Elden Rings, that's what I thought it was. I thought it was just another like Skyrim game.
Yeah, like you know,
or it was like a Lord of the Rings kind of a game. You get me? Like they were turning it. Yeah, and then like when I saw, oh no, like this is like the way they're bringing this story about is so cool. Like. And so far from what I've seen, the very like little gameplay that I've seen from Twitch streamers, I've like jumped back and forth between a whole bunch of Twitch streamers, seeing like what they say, where they are in the story wise, what they're doing. Like it keeps its name to like the whole difficulty of the Dark Souls line and the beautiful scenery, but yet still very dark and creepy vibes. So definitely, if that's a type of game you're into, highly recommend.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like even if you're not like, I say watch some gameplay first to see if it's something like you want to like, you know.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
So because it is a difficult game for sure.
Yes, 100%.
I'm not sugarcoating it. It is probably like as hard as like, you know, Dark Souls if you've ever played that game for sure.
Yeah.
So. Definitely keep that in mind for people. And then moving on to that story, sorry. I think I'll let you lead this one a little bit because I think you're a little bit more familiar with this one about Amazon.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do the Witch Queen.
Oh, we could go into Witch Queen, yeah.
A little bit while we're on reviews of games and stuff.
That makes more sense. So just this week on February 22nd was the launch of Destiny 2's DLC called The Witch Queen.
Which a lot of people were excited about.
Oh, a lot. Like more than I anticipated for sure. So I know so far that I've seen, that I've played, it is good. It definitely, in my opinion, is probably one of the best DLCs that we've had. And like since the Taken King for sure, and it might even dethrone that. And
right.
And when you get to that part, I think you will agree with me.
Yeah.
So I want to know where you are exactly, so I don't spoil anything for you.
Well, if you haven't played the DLC, this part's gonna be a little bit spoiler heavy, so skip ahead a little bit if you don't want to hear.
Yeah.
But currently, after the part where you helped me with that boss to find the Sagira shell, our old friend Sagira.
Mm-hmm.
I am currently now in the part where you're back in Europa and you're making your way through, fighting all these cabal and tanks.
You're on that part. Okay.
Yeah, I've tried it a couple times already, but always from that one stupid jump. I always just so happen to jump, and then the tank shoots a rocket
right in your face,
5 inches from my butthole, and the whole explosion just gets me.
Man, I would say I think that's the 4th mission in the game for sure.
I think it is.
I think it's 4 out of 8. So after that mission, you were halfway pretty much.
Yeah. So, but even besides that, like the whole new difficulty level that they've made for this whole game has completely changed the whole experience of the game in general.
I would,
because soloing the missions on the regular, like, okay, shoot the enemies, not really so worried about dying, or even if I do, like my how much I respawn and stuff. Mm-hmm. But now it's like, especially you've seen me, I play very aggressively sometimes, or I've gotten used to playing very aggressively in PvE.
Yeah, so you got to learn how to play a little bit more passively.
Yeah, which is completely different for me. Because even
you're telling me that.
Well, yeah, you too. You just slide shotgun. But even like, because even me, like when I play, like in other games, when I play a healer, I play a very aggressive healer. Like I could still deal my damage. I could still like take enemies down if I needed to. Mm-hmm. Even like even now, like I have to be like, no, step a foot back. Where's the wall? Where's the corner? Which enemy is closer that I can shoot down? Like, I train myself to use sniper rifles, as much as I've said I don't like snipers. But yeah, like it's completely different from what we're used to in the whole Destiny thing. And even like what we just learned, what I just learned yesterday, the whole you team up with others, the difficulty is even gonna get harder because now there's more people that could handle everything we're throwing at you. Like that, it's
like the bosses get more health, the enemies. There's more enemies spawned and stuff like that. Like the more people that are on your team, pretty much the more difficult stuff gets. So I'm just like, oh shit, dude. They literally, like when they said like, oh, we're trying to make the game harder, they meant it, bro. Literally, like the Destiny community asked for it and they literally received it, like in full colors.
Yeah. And even like, still just exploring the throne world.
It is gorgeous, dude. A lot of people are loving it.
Scenery. Oh my gosh. It is amazing. And the amount of areas you could just go to, like, wow. I really have no words for it.
It has like a creepy, like almost ominous vibe to it.
Yeah, like
even in any part that you're in, like even if you're in the spoilers on where, even if you're in Miasma, which is the swampy area, like you like there, it's more creepy, of course, because it's like a swamp and there's like
but we're used to that, like the darkness, the gutterness of it, like the broken down ruins, seeing a whole area just lit up like that, like so white everywhere.
On top of that, that's the other, like the what is it called? That's the other, where the throne world is by itself. Yeah, like that vibe is just weird and eerie too because it's so vibrant. Like it's so off-putting. You got me?
Yes.
It's like it's not the same of what we've seen.
100% not. And even still, just like I knew they were bringing in the Acolyte Hunter, the Titan Knight, Guardian Knight, and then the Witch Warlock. Oh my God, to bring those efforts down anywhere you are by yourself.
It is a time. It's literally your 1v1
by yourself. Yes.
It's literally like your 1v1.
And it doesn't help the extra enemies surrounding you unless you have something to deal with surrounding your enemies.
Dude, those motherfuckers are tough. Honestly, they're tough.
Yes.
To say the least. To put it lightly, they are tough, man. And the whole animation when you crush them, dude. I think that's just a nice cherry on top.
Yeah.
That's just like.
It was very different too. Like, I heard, like how I said about it like a few weeks ago, like when you first kill that first ghost, it kind of does hit you a little bit different too, even as a player, because you are like, yeah, like this is what keeps me alive right now, and now I'm destroying it for something else.
Yeah. I like the memes that people created. Like, what does the ghost think of us killing other ghosts? Yeah, he's probably just in the backpack chilling, like, oh, like hiding,
sweating it out. Yeah,
please. Yeah.
And even still, like the one thing I did not expect was our new little friend in the throne world.
Oh,
from like the only spawn in place, Finch. Yeah. I was not expecting Finch. First,
yeah, well, I wasn't expecting that either. I was like, oh, what the fuck, dude? Out of everything that we could have here as a vendor.
Yeah. But I will say one little thing. As always, I have to put in my little prediction, story-wise prediction. If for some reason further down the future, like Finch is still alive, he doesn't somehow sacrifice himself.
Okay.
I want to say a little prediction that possibly Finch becomes Eris Morn's new ghost, new light.
Oh, that would be interesting. Yeah.
That's an interesting team up too.
My vibe with her.
Yeah. You
and me have the same
kind of story. We were both in the darkness and now back in the light.
We vibing.
Yeah, for real. And listen, if that somehow transforms,
that would make the most sense, in my opinion.
Yeah, and seeing how Eris now interacts with another light, if she becomes more human-esque again, because she did become kind of Hive-ish, being hidden in the
Well, she did that to herself, though.
But that's what I'm saying. She did it to survive. So now having a possible new light companion, if that might reverse what she had to do to quote-unquote survive.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe that's a good theory, though.
I don't know.
But on top of that, once you finish the story, a lot of things you're more asking more questions than anything else.
Oh God, I hate
than
those.
Things like closing up on you.
Yeah.
Even things get more pushback on like questions that you have.
But you see, that's good because that just sets a platform on where we could continue with the story for Destiny.
No, which I agree. Or something like
get me? Because then closing the book right now is just like
it'll be dumb.
All right, like where are we gonna go next? Is another fallen group gonna pop out of nowhere that we now have to help or become friends with, or do we not have high fallen? Like what do we got?
There is I'm not gonna spoil it.
No, let me get to it.
It is good though when you find it.
Okay.
And there's a lot of things you're like, no way, like, oh shit, type of thing. Especially like a mission or two before you get to the end.
Oh God.
I think it's like, yeah, it's like literally from the second to last mission heading towards the last mission. There is so much fucking development. It's like, oh my God, why are they shoving so much shit in my face right now?
Okay.
So just prepare yourself for that for sure.
Okay, I will. Speaking of, I might need your help to actually get past those goddamn tanks once we're finished with this. Jesus, that's a feat by itself.
Oh, I know, dude. The campaign is not, a feat so hard for sure.
Yeah, no, like there's some areas where, you could get pretty far on your own. Mm-hmm. But again, one wrong step, you're restarting that whole section. And that's what I like too. If you need to like leave the mission and come back to it, it doesn't set you right from the beginning. It starts you right at that checkpoint.
Which is I love that, dude. Everyone was worried, like, don't tell me I have to reset everything, dude.
Yeah.
Each flag point is a checkpoint, which I did not know until like the third day, dude. Until literally yesterday, I found out that there were checkpoints. Like,
oh, really?
Yeah. I'm like, fuck me, dude. What the hell, dude? I could have paused and chilled, in other words. Instead of trying to like bang my head to finish it up.
The only reason I found out was because like I had to step away from the game to go do some personal stuff in my house. And then, like it kicked me back to orbit and I was like, no, I have to do the mission over. And when I went back in, it's literally the part I was stuck at. And I was like, okay, thank God.
There is an RNG.
There is. Yeah.
He's there somewhere listening to me.
Yeah. But yeah.
Which means nice. Everyone get it.
Honestly, yeah.
I give it a solid 9 out of 10.
I do too. Well, from what I know of right now, a 9 out of 10. It could possibly change.
You might give it a 9.5 out of 10 when you get there. Oh, right. Quick mention. Void subclasses, warlocks are busted 100%. But at the same time, they are, you know it's true though. they're kind of nasty.
I mean, now with that new melee projectile, yes. And the wrist projectile, yes.
Wait until you get the boots.
I've heard. Yeah. But I mean, it's just gonna, like, I just give it about another week before they just nerf us to the fucking ground again. And even though as a warlock main, we're gonna be like, no, it's not the same. Everyone's like, you're still busted, you're still broken.
No, but truly, like, out of everything that I've seen, I think that, and I think supposedly the Hunter Tether is doing massive damage, not in PvP, in PvE. It's doing like ridiculous amount of damage, like more than it was before. You get me?
I haven't gone into PvP yet, so that's
me either. I haven't touched it.
Really? I thought you were playing Crucible a couple days ago.
No, I was not.
Oh, okay.
I haven't done any of my pinnacles yet, dude. I'm still doing powerfuls.
Really?
Yeah, dude. I haven't touched the Nightfall, the Strikes, the Gambit, none of that.
So what's the max light caps?
Okay, so first the soft cap, which is like where you're trying to get at, is 1500. Once you get to 1500,
which I can pass that already.
Huh?
I can pass that already.
Yes. So, but the thing is, like, once you finish that campaign on the legend difficulty, you'll get 1520 gear, which is all blue stuff, but they do it blue on purpose so you can infuse it into your good shit. You get me?
Okay.
So that's why they do it, give you blues instead. So pretty much, technically, if you finish that campaign, you're starting off at 1520. So that means that leaves you trying to get to 30 lights to get to 1550, which is the hard cap. And then after that, you have to reach the Pinnacle Cap, which is that extra 10. So the Pinnacle Cap, which is the highest you could get for your gear, is 1560 this season.
All right. That makes more sense now.
Yep.
All right. So I learned something new today.
Yeah. Too much Destiny.
Too much Destiny, I know. Well, that's why I took a couple of weeks away from it, just to be able to jump in and dedicate a whole bunch of time right now. So
all I needed was 1 day away, and I was like, I'm good to go.
Yeah, I know that's what you needed.
Literally that Monday beforehand, dude, I did not touch Destiny at all, dude. I felt good. Everyone was messaging me like, "You okay, dude?" Like, yeah, dude, I'm chilling, bro. I was fucking chilling, dude.
Yeah.
But all right, now let's move on because damn, too much Destiny.
Yeah, bro. Now we could just do a whole Destiny episode.
Literally, I think once you finish that campaign, we could probably get like a good section of probably next week's and like talk about stuff and stuff. Because then we'll have like a what is it called? It'll be a weekly reset, and then we actually have some idea of like what stuff is coming and stuff like that. So
okay, yeah.
All right. Well, the next story we have is from Amazon, like I said previously, before, we slotted in Destiny for like half an hour there.
Yeah, sorry.
That's my fault because I totally forgot.
Yeah.
But Amazon, it is pretty much trying to create, dude, I don't know about this, honestly. Like I'm 50-50 on this because, shows get fucked up on this, especially when they're related to video games.
Yeah.
But Amazon is planning on creating a Fallout TV series.
For Amazon Prime specifically.
For Amazon Prime specifically, yes. And they're casting, what's his name?
Walton Goggins, who, if you don't know, I believe he's the main actor in Justified. He was in The Hateful Eight, Sons of Anarchy. I believe Ant-Man and the Wasp. I believe he was the antagonist.
Yeah.
And I believe he's even in the Tomb Raider. So the 2018 Tomb Raider.
The 2018 one.
Yeah. So, yeah. As of right now, he's the lead star for the show. But I believe there's still no set date on the release of like the TV series. because again, he's just got announced as the lead star, so they probably haven't even started production or any script writing on it. Because again, like we said before, how Leche just said a few minutes ago, it is hard putting a game into a TV show, especially when a game like Fallout is very open world. You could take it anywhere, but you still have to kind of follow the quote unquote storyline that you have in the game.
And the rules of the game as well.
Exactly. Like and it also might depend which version of Fallout they're going, because there are the different locations. And then if they are shooting at location, it's a lot of traveling. And we are still currently in COVID times. So that's going to be interesting on how they do that.
I mean, I'm not saying like I'm not looking forward to it. That's the opposite. Like, I just hope they do it justice because it's a TV show. You get me?
Yeah.
Because it's a post-apocalyptic, pretty much area, like,
yes,
scenery and stuff like that. So they gotta show like some crazy stuff. A lot of, I don't know. It could be like one of those shows where it's like he's the last human alive type of thing as well. You get me? It could be one of those things. We don't know.
We don't know. And it'd be interesting too to see how they do the different vaults, if they somehow do the exploration of the different vaults. Because again, it is a TV series. It's not a movie. So they could kind of stretch it out like the Walking Dead series almost. Have them in different locations, staying put at a vault for a certain amount of time, exploring that, go to a different vault or an abandoned city that they could barricade themselves into.
It could be seasons like that, right? Like one season they open one particular vault, a set of stories in that vault that happened that culminate and stuff like that. And then season 2, if it gets to that point, right? If it's a banger show, season 2, maybe it's a different, season with a different set of people, different set of vault that opened up out of randomness on like a time skip or even before that new, time stuff. Just so many options they could do with this.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. And again, this was the original show. The Fallout show was announced in 2020. So we don't even know if this is going to be the official title yet. We do know it is Amazon Studios working with Kilter Films. And I think Bethesda is going to have a couple of its hands in there as well. So that's kind of good. They're actually bringing in the game like creators to kind of help out with anything. I believe Nolan Westworld's, why can I not talk? Westworld co-creator Jonathan Nolan will be part of the directing of the premiere episode.
Oh, yep. That means there's going to be crazy shit for sure.
Yeah, and he should be, I believe, an executive producer for the show as well.
Oh, man.
And so
I mean, it's in capable hands.
Yes, that's always good to hear and see when there are people you trust being hands-on with this type of stuff. Again, I hate bringing it up, but like the whole Justice League film with the Zack Snyder cut, like he's a massive nerd for this type of stuff, and they took it from him to give it to somebody else who was not as dedicated. Well, I don't want to say as dedicated, but that we know of, not as much of a big of a fan and knowledgeable. Yeah.
Like he probably didn't know the characters, like, beyond the point of like, oh, Superman, strong, type of thing.
Exactly.
And like Wonder Woman's this, and the basics of them. But Snyder, he probably fucking knew the back and forth of them.
Oh,
actually showing like their emotional backgrounds and stuff like that.
He's probably like known of multiple storylines, so he could have set it up to take it in these multiple worlds, not just for himself if he continued with the project, but any future directors that were also knowledgeable of the characters and the multiple storylines that interweave with each other.
We need a Snyder universe.
We really do.
Yeah, someone had a timeline. If he created like that, if he was in charge, like how what's his name is in charge of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. what's his name? If he was in charge of the DCEU, oh man.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think like
Marvel and DC would be very equal in films.
Literally,
they'd be headlining a lot.
Ooh,
but unfortunately, DC does not put out as much as Marvel does. Sorry?
Brothers fucked it up. I said.
Oh yeah. Yeah, but I mean, hopefully this, what is it? Batpat revamps the whole Batman series, anyways. Because I mean, that's always the thing. If he knocks this out of the park, and they do continue with Batman, he could continue as the Batman. Because that was a whole issue with Batfleck. Like he did Batman. He did it for a few films, but there was sort of like a weird divide between character and actor that I believe that's why they didn't continue with him as a Batman, if that makes sense.
I hate saying like this. The role, it seemed like it was Ben Affleck trying to do Batman in the Justice League, if you get what I mean.
It was Ben Affleck acting as Ben Affleck as Batman.
There you go.
Not as Bruce Wayne. As Bruce Wayne.
Like, bro.
It's not you.
Good job.
He did a good job, but even still, like watching it, there was like some weird divide. A little bit. Yeah, that too.
This man makes me laugh so much, even though he makes it serious. It was like him and Matt Damon together. It's like,
oh my god, Matt Damon.
And then they had a fucking Mark Wahlberg in there. Forget about it. Forget about it. Bostonian.
Those are. I feel like it's always them four: Matt Damon, Ben Affleck. Who'd you say? Mark Wahlberg
and John Cena.
No, not even John Cena. We mentioned him last week. Fuck.
Ooh. From Boston?
No. Tom. Who's that actor that everybody always makes fun of because he's so short?
He's so short?
He's like in a whole bunch of action movies. Why can I not?
Bro, Tom what? He's one of the Toms. You know how many Toms there is?
I know. That's what I'm saying. But it's always like those four older actors that they're just like, all right, if I'm not in this, I'm in this. Or if I'm not in this news, I'm somehow in another news. Like, no one's talking about Ben Affleck since he stopped being Batman. And the only reason he's back in the news is because he's back with J-Lo again.
Unreal. Unfucking real.
Yeah. Oh, and before we move on to these next few stories, I do kind of have like two things. So first of all, Machine Gun Kelly. We know he's dating Megan Fox, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like the memes that are coming out.
Yes. So apparently for him to prove his love to Megan Fox, he's, I believe, threw a knife that he then caught and he accidentally stabbed himself. Which is one story, which is like, I get it. You want to prove your love. There's other ways of doing it than playing with sharp objects.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that one. And then bringing it back to the whole gaming side, I do believe they are making Machine Gun Kelly a playable fighter in whatever WWE recent game there is. He should be a playable fighter.
Why? He doesn't fight. I mean, he lost.
No, I know, but I guess that's the whole joke. Like, he's just going to be a playable character. You know how Mortal Kombat brings in Jason Voorhees and Freddy, Terminator, and all that stuff. Yeah, Rambo. Yeah.
Literally just
special guest, Machine Gun Kelly.
Fuck it. Well, fun.
The skinniest skin and bones person we can find out there. Besides,
that would be awesome to see.
Besides this dude that's dating Kim Kardashian right now.
Oh yeah.
Which that's a whole other story if we go into pop culture with Kanye West and all of them.
Bro, it's just like, it's too deep.
Not even too deep. It's just rich people problems. Am I right?
Yeah, and we're over here. They went out and had kids just to be more famous. To be in the news. That's what it feels like, honestly.
But even still, no, like it's just Kanye in general. Like Kanye thinks he's something else. Like Kanye doesn't even believe he's human at this point.
That's true.
So that's the scary part. And let alone like the political stances he took the past 4 or 5 years, from saying he's running for president and then being apparently close friends with our last president. Is kind of disturbing in a sense. But again, we won't go into politics like we have before.
I know. At this point, people are like, Kanye's doing Kanye things. And it's sad to say like that. This poor man probably.
Yes, but it's like, you get me like, I liked Kanye at the beginning when like he put out like Stronger and all that.
Oh, you know that meme of freaking Pete Davidson saying like, I want the old Kanye, bring 2016 Kanye back.
For real, yeah. Like this Kanye is a little scary on what he might do next.
Well, I mean, you know that he has like an actual like mental thing though, right?
No, which I get, but like you would think with that high of caliber of how much you're in the public eye with that much money
he has, that he would take care of himself more.
Exactly. Like you would be surrounded by professionals that could actually help you. You get me? Like a whole bunch of these actors. I don't even think is that if he can get it. I think it's just like he doesn't
want to
made himself believe that he doesn't need it, and it's like
that's what I'm saying. He thinks he's like good. I'm like, oh, you ain't good.
And I think that not to get into people's personal lives, but I believe that was like the dividing rift between him and Kim.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not about Hollywood.
It's just a little funny sometimes, like the stories you hear from these people.
No, seriously, the stories are interesting, but I always say like, man, that's rich people's problem.
Yeah.
Like if it's not affecting me and my money right now, I don't care.
Well, speaking about affecting money as well, I know I'm a couple weeks late on this one too, but even like Britney Spears being freed from her entire situation, like and instantly the next post like she does is like saying F you to her dad and her sister and all the other assholes that were keeping her in this, like locked into this contract almost. And it's like seeing her now, like, and even seeing her now, like she couldn't even get married before. She could barely see her baby daddy. You get me? Because like they kept her focused on work and stuff. And I like, you probably don't follow her on Instagram like that, but even still, like seeing what her Instagram was, where it was like a lot of very creepy and depressing posts in a way. Like even though she said everything was fine and she was happy and all that stuff, but people knowing, it was kind of almost like the whole Kesha thing back when she had her situation. And then seeing what it is now, where she is quote unquote free, it like you could just see the difference in
it's like night and
how
day,
she from how she speaks to the camera, how she's just like more lively to talking to the fans and stuff like it, that's a happy ending story. Like there's a rift between her and her family, but
sometimes
like,
it's needed, man. Like to improve yourself, sometimes the people who are closest to you are the ones hurting you the most.
Yes. And but definitely seeing the whole support from her husband and her kids and probably his side of the family. Like that's the exciting part. That's the good part. You get me? And the fact that her lawyer that she hired or had the entire time did not give up on her either. And actually fought for her.
Yeah, literally fought for her. That's
because I believe it was like a whole team that was like there with them, not just one person.
Oh, just one lawyer, right?
Yeah. So that's a good ending.
Yeah. Mad freaking good stories, bro. But now we saved the two best for last, right?
Yes. Bringing it back to the nerds.
I was gonna say, back from real life situations to the anime situation now.
That take us away from reality sometimes.
Bro, let's start off with like the closest, most recent thing that's coming, right? So we got word that here I think in the United States, I think it's the United States, the UK, and I believe Canada was there.
I think so. I think it was.
So they announced that they actually have select theaters that they're gonna premiere Jujutsu Kaisen 0, which is the movie premiere of that, which from that movie it leads on to the season 2 of Jujutsu Kaisen. So those are tied together.
Yeah, so that's following almost like the whole Demon Slayer arc that we had.
I was going to say that literally it's the same premise. It's leading up to
season 1 movie that is quote unquote season 2, and then your actual season 2.
Right. So it's probably like little mini arcs that they're going to go for, just like Demon Slayer as well.
Yeah.
Like they're going to go to the same thing on that. So the movie premieres here and on those, the UK, US, and Canada. March 18th, I think I said, in 2022.
Mm-hmm.
That's literally a couple of weeks away already, which is freaking nuts. Like no warning whatsoever. Or maybe there was warnings and
we just miss them.
We miss them. Yeah, sometimes we do miss like some dates like that. That probably got leaked a while back ago, and then we didn't catch it until now.
Yeah,
but that's pretty exciting. I would love to go to the movie theater to see that, but I don't think I will.
Why?
To be honest. I'll probably wait until it gets released on Crunchyroll or something like that.
Oh, okay.
So then I could watch it with the premiere of season 2, so it's all fresh in my mind. You get me?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Kind of like
that's what I like to do. That's what we did pretty much with the Demon Slayer movie as well.
Yeah.
We waited until it was like released on either Funimation, Crunchyroll, or whatever, anime thing.
Yeah. But even still, like if they do go that same route, there might, once they do bring it to like Crunchyroll or Funimation or whatever, like they might do that weird adaptation thing where if they do break it up into episodes, they'll have like that extended long intro or that ending that might change a little bit just to have that nice flow into the actual season. Mm. You got me?
Mm-hmm. Which I'm looking forward to. I mean, I know you said you weren't caught up to Jujutsu Kaisen, or you haven't fully like watched, I think, or you need a refresher on it.
Yeah, I need a refresher and actually finish it. I was only like halfway through the season.
Yeah, me too, a little bit. I need a refresher, but at the same time, it's kind of hard to forget what happened in the show. It's pretty memorable.
Oh yeah,
it's fucking funny.
And great characters all around.
Yeah, especially the main antagonist. He's protagonist. He's just fucking funny, especially when he gets. I don't know if you gone that far where he's with the other muscle dude.
Yes.
Yeah. So with them together is the funniest shit ever.
Yeah, the school v school thing.
Yeah.
Yes. That entire thing was just really good too. Seeing like the different fights of how they all use their abilities in a way, to how it just flows right into when the enemies come into the whole scenario. So I don't want to talk about it because I know people haven't fully watched it yet either.
Yeah. And the animation, dude, top notch.
Oh, 100%. 100%. It's just funny seeing too, like, you guys want to see a helpful Sakura from Naruto? Here she is.
Yeah, that's funny. Honestly, that's how it feels like. You want to see a Sakura that actually knows what she's doing?
One that could actually keep up with the other two teams. Hold her own. One that's actually good on saying, I finally caught up to these two.
Yo, she's straight up badass though.
She's kind of scary. I love her ability though.
Yeah, that shit's dope, honestly.
Yeah.
Out of all, before hers and the other guy's ability, I prefer hers. The other guy's fucking shadow shit is pretty dope though.
It
definitely gives Sasuke vibes for sure.
Oh, 100%. All of them. They all literally give off Naruto, serious comic. Well, Sakura's different with this chick. And then the whole Sasuke guy.
180. Like, they actually revamped.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like... I think I would stick with the shadow dude, though. I've always had the weird thing with the shadows. Or like darkness. But yeah, there's like one specific episode when the main protagonist and her I don't know if you've gotten this far when they're fighting the Demon Brothers.
Yes.
And that whole fight scene is so dope. Like her entire thing where she goes, "Oh, I haven't shown you this ability. I call it hairpin." Snaps, and then that pin that she uses just fucking explodes in this demon thing. Yeah.
You're like, oh shit. Yeah.
Like I get it. But it's that, yeah. So I mean, besides the whole movie thing that Techno was just speaking of, just a few weeks ago as well, they announced that season 2 will be coming in 2023. So that gives us, I want to say, about a year, because obviously it's not going to be right at the start, but I want to say about a year to find a way to watch the Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
Most likely the movie will come to one of the streaming things within like the summer, I feel. It's probably gonna premiere now in March, and then literally 3-4 months from down the line we'll be able to see it.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, most
likely. I hope so.
Yeah, that's the dream.
I hope so. That is the dream.
Any anime.
Yeah, literally. Fuck. And on top of that, the excitement of that anime, we wrapped up the fucking, in my opinion, so far, probably one of the best fucking anime so far in the last like couple of years.
Oh yeah,
is Demon Slayer. Just wrapped up season 2, I think, like 2 weeks ago or so. Fucking great story so far. I mean, I'm pretty sure the comic book already finished. Of course, the manga.
Yes,
manga finished. But at the same time, like the anime is still running because, of course, it's expensive to make all this bullshit, especially making it that good of an animation, dude. It is fucking great, dude.
Not even just that good. This specific type of animation, I feel like this is good. This is like in a world of its own, in a way, especially with if you're not fully caught up, like watching the different Hashiras and their fighting styles, and then this upcoming, we got announced that the next season, the Swordsmith Village Arc, will be coming out soon. I don't know if there's a release date for that one.
Most likely 2023 as well.
2023 as well. Which, I mean, with Mugen Train and Entertainment District Arc, we saw one Hashira in each. We saw the Fire Hashira and we saw the Sound Hashira. And now with Swordsmith Village Arc, to my knowledge, I believe we're getting 2 or 3 more Hashiras, but specifically the 2 that we will be focusing on is the Smoke Hashira. I believe that's what his thing is. Mist, Smoke, Cloud Hashira, and then the Love Hashira. Which
that's gonna be interesting.
Yes, which each of them
interested in that one.
Especially the Love Hashira. I'm very interested to see how her weapon works.
Yeah, how does that work for her?
Yeah,
and supposedly her swords. I'm going off the manga, so this is not even spoilers. This is literally like off the manga. Like,
that
her swords are like the swords that like fall apart and shit like that, or like almost like whips. So her swords are like that supposedly.
It could straighten out too.
Yeah. So like when she like does something to her, hilt and shit.
Yeah.
And then the Mist Hashira, supposedly he's only 14 years old.
He's the youngest Hashira. He picked
he's really strong, supposedly. He's like fucking broken, busted strong.
Yeah. I believe he only became a Hashira a year or 2 years after he picked up his first sword. I believe that was the storyline for his thing, but and besides seeing the new Hashiras, there's I believe 2 new moons, demon moons, that we get to see in this arc. And then I believe we get a little bit more of an explanation on how the Hashiras can advance their powers / abilities.
Yeah, that's when we get into the
marks.
The marks, yeah. What are they called?
I believe they're just called their
demon marks or something.
Demon Slayer marks. Yeah, I believe. Yeah, or something.
Demon
like
Slayer
that.
Mark, yeah. Something like that. Something basic. I know.
Yes, which if you don't know, we kind of got a glimpse of it. We got a
tease. Yeah,
we got a tease of it here in this Entertainment District arc, but we'll understand it more. Or if you didn't even notice, you will notice it in this arc, which is the most exciting one. Like, I haven't read the mangas, but I had a spoiler for myself. I've watched videos on like where the storyline goes. Like manga wise, and like the different
this one
moons.
is pretty good, but it's good. The second to last one where it's fucking nuts. What is it called? The sky. What is it called? The Sky Castle or something like that. The castle arc one. That's the nut one.
I think but I believe this is the third to last. It's this one, Sky Castle, and then I believe it's Sunrise arc or something arc.
Sky Castles, that's the one that everyone says that's going to be like...
Yeah, Sky Castle.
A lot of stuff goes down. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely one that you have to like keep a map and notebook ready to... like those boards they use in like police things, like with the string attaching what's happening. Yes. That's what you need to keep to have like some sort of idea of what's happening.
You're like, oh my God, so much shit is happening all at once, dude.
Yes.
Looking forward to that.
Oh my God, that's gonna be crazy. And at that point too, we're gonna see the other Hashiras, and there's one specific one that like I'm so interested in. The
strong guy,
the big strong guy.
Oh yeah, I want to see him fight. Yeah,
because his backstory too is
fucking crazy.
Fucking crazy.
And he doesn't even have a sword. He uses a fucking mace. Oh, what is it called?
It's like a hammer and then like a weird half axe at the other end.
I'm like, bro.
Yeah,
even use a.
Yeah, they're attached. Yeah, they're attached by the chain the same way the sound guy had like the two swords by the chain or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Him too, and he's blind. So seeing how that works, he's like he's a Toph.
Oh.
From Avatar. He uses the sounds and the vibrations.
Fucking goat, dude. I mean, he is like the strongest Hashira.
The strongest Hashira, yeah.
Yeah.
And again, it's interesting seeing because from what they said in the last few episodes, it's the first time any demon moon has been slain in over 100 years. Specifically 113 years. So seeing how that works.
I mean, so far we killed what?
One. We've killed one upper moon, and all the lower moons were dead.
Yeah.
We only saw the one lower moon from Mugen Train.
So there's 5 upper moons left, and then Muzan himself left.
Yes.
But in one arc, they kill like 3 of them. So
I mean, if we're gonna, yeah.
I don't think it's this arc. Oh,
no,
this arc, some shit.
Okay, if I'm gonna spoil,
let's not.
No, but we know.
We know.
I said the number earlier for this arc.
Bruh.
Next arc, you just said the number, and then we get the main guy.
The main guy, Michael Jackson.
That also has to conclude on what happens with this bitch. Why can I not remember names? Nezuko, thank you. I can't remember names.
I can't forget that name.
Yeah, I kind of do.
Hanjiro, I can't forget those names, dude.
Hanjiro, Zenitsu,
Inosuke.
Oh my gosh. But yes, so it's definitely, if you definitely enjoyed these last 2 seasons, the next few are getting crazier.
They get crazy.
It's a roller coaster from what you learn, from what you see, from what you know. It's gonna question a lot. It's gonna.
You gotta be strong.
Mm-hmm.
Because goddamn, dude, it hurts. Dude, especially the Sky Castle.
Oh yeah,
dude. So much shit happened, dude.
Holy shit!
That's gonna be a late. I think they might split that one to two because that's supposed to be the longest arc too.
Yes. Oh, 100%. There's no way they're going to
split that into 2 seasons. Yeah.
Yeah, they're going to do like that A-B thing that Stranger Things is doing for its upcoming season.
I think that's what's going to happen to that one in particular.
Yeah.
Hopefully. I mean, I get it though. I get it. And I hope they do because
it's so much to fit in like 20 something episodes.
Yeah. There's no way they fit all that.
No, there's no way at all.
Unless they make it like a 40 episode season.
Which again goes into, well, I mean, I wouldn't mind watching all of that at once, but
me too, yo. Literally go to sleep.
Sleep who?
I was gonna say sleep who.
I don't know her.
I was gonna say, who is this bitch? Like, I don't know who that fuck that is. I've been feeling that lately though.
Well, yeah. Working overnights, you forget sometimes.
I bet.
Yeah. It hits you. I'm becoming an old man by sleeping at like 9, 10 o'clock.
Like a fucking hermit crab.
And then waking up at 6 for no reason. But yeah. I mean, that's it from my end. Do you have anything?
Anything else? Man, no. That was everything. Ended off on a good note like that, yo.
Oh yeah.
For sure, man.
But I mean, besides that, where can people find you, Leche?
People can find me at Leche Meanwhile on Instagram, or you guys can follow me on Twitch as Techno Freak 95. I have been streaming a lot more recently, though.
Yes,
especially with Witchman. So I'm hoping to stream tonight myself, which is 2:25. So definitely catch that if you can.
Yeah.
And what about you, Tito?
And then you guys can find me at 1alphapenguin on Instagram and also twitch.tv/1alphapenguin. I haven't been streaming as much. Personal life has been getting in the way, but I mean, follow and hopefully you get a notification for when I am on. That's always helpful as well. And you guys can follow the podcast on Instagram at takeasip_pod. Also on YouTube at youtube.com/takeasip. As always, the same logos for the podcast are on all those social medias. And drink some water, go for a walk, stay warm if you're in the New England area with this snow. And we'll see you guys the next week. Bye-bye.
See you guys.